But I like the idea of like making a record now, because I keep saying like, you know, people can find that in the rubble in 1,000 years. They're not going to find this in the rubble in 1,000 years, you know, and it kind of talks about, you know, that this is just us trying. I think that's what it says. I think the etching on the record, you know, like in the record, like sometimes we, you know, we put like little etchings on the vinyl. I think it says, if someone in the future finds this, just know that this was us trying. The song People is about young voices of progression being drowned out by regressive ideals. That's what the song is about. We were on the tour bus and we had a studio. It was late and we were angry at that time, you know? So it came from a place of like anger. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's Monday morning and we've only got 1,000 of them left. I've actually genuinely always felt like, fucking hell, I'm actually going to die. That's crazy. So I wish that I maybe lived in a way that paid tribute to that idea a bit more, but I don't think anyone does. Kanye tries to. That's what I admire about him. But I think that I always feel like there's this sense of immediacy or urgency to whatever we're doing. And now, even before the pandemic, it was in a place, you know, with the climate crisis, it's like we may have a limited amount of time. Monday morning is this kind of like mundane, resentful part of our reality that we put up with. But I feel like maybe we're taking stuff like that for granted now, you know? When was the last time anybody had a problem about a Monday now? I'd love a fucking Monday. And I know it feels pointless and you don't have any money, but we're all just going to try our fucking best. The problem that we have, this is why like I'm getting rid of like my touring show and stuff like that, to talk about when I say like feeling pointless and having the excuse of finance, like don't have any money. I think the person that I'm talking to is kind of like lazy me. We just need to attempt something new, you know? That can feel pointless. Adversity can make things feel pointless, let alone kind of like the potential end of the planet. Well, my generation wanna fuck Barack Obama living in a sauna with legal marijuana. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a funny line. I'm talking about like, you know, half of the world literally fetishize like Barack Obama, who I love. Some people want to let the world burn up in a fire because they want to protest like the climate change. They want to protest science. Do you know what I mean? And then everyone loves weed. So, you know, you got the left, the right, and the middle. Well, girls, food, gear. I don't like going outside, so bring me everything here. I'd like to think I notice traits kind of on a larger social level because I'm an addict, so I can notice addictive behaviors. And I suppose addiction is essentially just serving the stimulant, serving the desire to be physically stimulated by those things, you know, and kind of like consumer capitalism has honed in on that desire so much. You can set up your iPhone and you could have a button for girls, you could have a button for gear, you could have a button for food, and it just comes straight to you. People like people, they want alive people. The young, surprised people, stop fucking with the people like people. They want alive people. The young, surprised people, stop fucking with the people like people. They want alive people. The young, surprised people, stop fucking with the people like people. They want alive people. The young, surprised people, stop fucking with the kids. We are reaching towards the old utopia of what the internet was about, which was about extending your pre-existing communications, extending the relationships that you already have, being able to maintain your relationships when your loved ones are far away or your friends from work are in a different country. What we've done now, like we're doing right in this second, is people are being led towards more rudimentary or in development forms of communication. I think the idea of letting it become an algorithm for chaos, trying to pretend the world isn't chaos, which it is, and then creating an algorithm that keeps us logged in, it's not a good idea. We're starting to reapproach the idea that it is about unity and it is about the extension of a community. People do like people and they do want alive people. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We are appalling and we need to stop just watching shit in bed. And I know it sounds boring and we like things that are funny, but we need to get this in our fucking head. I think the fact that there's so much information out there has kind of created a generation of young people who care. That's how counterculture exists. Like when you're a teenager, your job is to not be what your parents are or to not be what adults are. So there's this constant creation of opposing creative ideas or opposing cultural ideas that is, you know, whatever it may be, punk, that is fucking new wave, that is whatever we're in now. I'm quite impressed with how mature the young people that I meet are. The economy's a goner, republic's a banana, ignore it if you wanna. Fuck it, I'm just gonna get girls, food, gear. I don't like going outside, so bring me everything here. It's kind of like this amazingly kind of like personal relationship with consumerism. It's almost like it's got you there. Do you know what I mean? Like outside feels like where things could happen. Outside feels where like you could break the mold. Outside is maybe where you could find a new utopian way of living. But consumer capitalism like keeps you at home, keeps you on the sofa. You know what I mean? And it's kind of quite clever in that way that it's so appealing. I like feel soon, you know, we'll start kind of just like having tubes on our sofas or something. I don't have Mondays, to be honest with you. I don't have Mondays of, you know, it's not really how my life works. And that's what I worked really hard to have, because I used to fucking hate Mondays.